You're listening to Dirty Feet, a podcast from No More Radio.
Vous écoutez le podcast Dirty Feet sur les ondes de No More Radio.
Hosted by,
Animé par
Allison Burns,
JD Papillon,
et Stéphanie Morin-Robert.
Stay tuned.
We're gonna move you.
In January 2014, there was an event that was part of the Bouge DC Dance Festival, which we've covered extensively on past episodes. This specific event we're talking about is the Yelp Helps Bouge DC Bash. This is an event that was put on by Yelp Montreal, which is an organization that is set up to help patrons find out what is worth checking out, to leave reviews for different businesses and restaurants and things like that. It's a very helpful app and website. And basically what they've been doing is creating these community events where they bring together nonprofit organizations to kind of mix and mingle and learn more about each other. This event was an open event. There were tons of people there just really interested in hearing about what was going on. It was specifically, the Bouge Bash was specific to dance. It was held at Mainline. And like I said, it was part of the Bouge DC Festival. There were live dance performances happening on stage. There was some site-specific dancers kind of roaming the space. There's lots of information about the Bouge DC Festival available, as well as other kind of dance events and organizations in Montreal. Dirty Feet was there at a table. We had a microphone and we were asking people basically what their relationship was to dance. And it was a lot of public that aren't necessarily dance public. So it was a very interesting result. A little bit hard to hear. There was definitely a party happening in the background, but I think it's kind of an experiment of a podcast to have these snippets of people's experience kind of composed together in this format. So we would really love to hear what you think about this project, the What is Your Relationship to Dance project, and see if it's something that we should do again in the future. So enjoy the show.
To know more about your relationship with dance, because as I understand it, you're a bit of a dancer.
I do anything, but I'm interested in yoga.
You're interested in yoga. What interests you about yoga?
Well, I like my limbs to be free to move freely. You know what I mean?
Say it again.
I'll be able to use my limbs freely,
Yeah.
my body.
Yeah.
Because I find sometimes when I try to do things, it's a little bit tight. I want to really relax my body.
Fair enough.
Because dancing is okay. I dance a lot, but I need a yoga, and I know I need it.
So in what context do you dance?
I don't do dances that we do in the club.
At the club, yeah? Does it for you, does it unwind, or does it...
Is it what?
Is it for relaxing?
Yeah,
For
it's
exercise?
relaxing. And when I go to the clubs, I dance a lot.
Yeah.
The latest dance and stuff. But not break dancing.
Not breakdancing,
Not
no.
breakdancing.
So what would you call it?
Breakdancing, I'm too old for breakdancing.
But what would you call the dance you do?
I do the regular hip-hop dance, hip-hop dance, hip-hop.
Hip-hop?
Yeah.
Wicked.
Hip-hop, reggae, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever you do in the club, I do.
Do you do it like, have you taught yourself?
Oh, I just copy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
The latest dance, I copy it and I do it.
Nice. Cool. Well, thanks very much.
You're welcome.
Just curious about what is your relationship to dance?
Dance is what makes me happy.
Point blank. Do you have a relationship with dance?
I absolutely love to dance, and it's too bad because there are places I used to like to go on Saturday nights to dance, but because I can't find any place in Montreal now that plays the kind of music that I like,
What kind of
it's not
music
so popular anymore. 70s, 80s rock, that type of genre. even some of the 90s dance tune, I can't seem to find it anywhere. So I don't go.
Do you ever dance by yourself at home with the 70s music going?
I used to when I was younger, but now because of people, noise issues and that kind of thing, neighbors, can't do it anymore. I'm not a kid anymore. Not like a little kid, you know. But I mean, like, I absolutely love dancing, and often I can't wait for summer because that's the time when they have all the live concerts and I do all the dancing in the street when I go. I love that. I love the energy of the crowd, you know, and if they had more indoor live type of shows like that where I didn't have to pay a fortune to get in, I'd be interested. Yeah.
And what is it for you when you were dancing all the time? Was it a stress relief? Did it bring you joy? What did it do for you?
Oh, absolutely. Just joy, stress, relief, actually a form of exercise, just a way to express myself and just feel the music and feel my body more and take away any kind of ache or pain, a lot of back pain. Always been using computers and just takes away all the pain and just feeling the music and letting go. And you know, like they have the jams in the summer on Mount Royal. Those are fun.
The tam-tams there?
Yeah, I go occasionally.
Oh, nice.
And that's another occasion where, you know, I can just let go. And one thing I love about Montreal is you can just express yourself in dance. If there's ever any kind of situation for dance, people here are great, you know. And
very, very open?
Very open, and I love that.
That's fantastic.
There's always something in me that comes back to it. Like I remember, like I took dance classes when I was younger, so I remember a bit how to do that. But I'll get tired faster because I haven't been doing it regularly. Yeah, so it's like my stamina. But I don't have a space where I can just let go and, you know, do that for 20 minutes.
You know what's going to be...
And it's more fun when there are other people around.
Exactly.
Yeah, so also Studio 303, I took dance classes with them years ago, and I'm pretty sure they still give like a range of contemporary dance classes. Really fun, great teachers, and I really enjoyed that because those are classes where you learn. You don't have to follow a teacher exactly. Even like in aerobics classes, people think they have to copy the teacher exactly, and there are some people that don't realize, like, they're not sure how to respect their body, and there are even some teachers that overcorrect. But at Studio 303, they don't do that. They just sort of let you go with how you feel in your body. So I think that's a great place.
And it seems like there's a responsibility for the student as well to know, like, what they can and can't get out of the class, or what they can and can't do. And
yeah,
it sounds like you know well enough your body to be able to get a lot out of a class with little direction.
Yeah, I remember when I took a modern dance class there the first time, and just feeling like, wow, because the teacher, there was one exercise I remember, like run across the room, do any kind of move in the air, and then sort of run to the other end, and like that, you're just free to do what you want. There's no set rule. You know, you feel more free. It's more expressive, creative, and no one's judging because you didn't have to follow exactly what someone did. You know, so it's kind of nice. So that's what I love about dance. It's just the freedom to move the way you feel and enjoy the music, and then it feels so good after. And it's about really just living in the moment too, like just enjoying that moment, you know. So very important. Very important, yeah, to take time to enjoy the moment in life.
Yeah.
Have some time for yourself to do that. It's really very good. Very, it makes a person feel really good, like living life in the present. When I was younger, I found dance was a great way to meet people, because I would go to clubs, and if I don't know, I just found a way, if I would see someone else dancing, it would be a way even to strike up a conversation. It was really fun, and sometimes people would just dance in groups, and it was sometimes just, I mean, there were people that would stick to their own groups, but sometimes there were clubs where you could go and you could meet new people that way, you know. And like, since the internet age, I don't see a lot of that happening anymore, but I think that's just another avenue to be explored. Just an idea.
Yeah, dance as socialization.
Yeah. So that's what I have to say. I mean, like, because in the club now, let's say if they're blasting really loud music, you can't strike a conversation. But I remember clubs where they would have, let's say there'd be one room where it's one kind of music, another kind of room with another kind of music, another kind where maybe it's not as loud, the music, and you could still dance, and then another room where you could chill. So, and then sometimes they didn't make the music so loud so that you could talk to people. So I just say there's potential to have, let's say, a dance space where, like, for example, in there, it's not too loud, you could still socialize, but you could still dance. And it's a great way to get people together, having fun, enjoying themselves. So, and then some people, maybe, like, children do it easily. They don't even think twice. But then they learn, only, like, superstars can do that. They're not, at some point, spending time on the internet, but not having spaces. Maybe if there were more spaces where people could continue to do that, so they don't have to feel, you can't do this. You're not some famous person.
Yeah, that's right.
Because it's really good. It's really good for people to sing and dance, even if they don't feel they're good. It's still good to do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time.
Relationship with dance.
Yeah.
All right. Well, my sister did ballet when she was younger, and she was an older sister, so she would kind of have me as her plaything, and she actually had me as her partner. I would often be like her partner. She would tell me to stand here or hold my hand, and she would do her things around me, and then she actually convinced me to try ballet when I was really young. And I was 7 or 8 perhaps, and I was like, no, that's for girls, come on, I can't do ballet. But then she's like, look at these pictures, Juan. She showed me a book of Mikhail Baryshnikov, and she's like, look at his muscles, look how high he can jump. And I was like, you're right, this looks just like my He-Man figurines, this guy is super muscular. And so she convinced me to go to ballet. So I went to ballet in NDG, at the studio on top of a church. It's still there, I think. The teacher, her name was Madame Kirinova or something like Russian, a very, very strict lady that would walk around with a cane. And I didn't last very long in those classes because actually I was the only boy, and the girls were always giggling and didn't want to dance with me, so I felt very intimidated. So I didn't understand why they were avoiding me, and I was like, well, this isn't very fun. I'm all by myself, and the girls are in one corner, and then I've got no friends here. It's what am I doing? And it's so awkward and so uncomfortable, and it's I'm the only boy. And my mom didn't realize also that she's got me wearing white briefs, and then I'm wearing my black tights over the top of them. So it's full-on transparent white briefs, to do your dance class. And that was, I think, perhaps a bit embarrassing as well. So that was my young relationship to dance. And then when I was 13, Guns N' Roses came around, and headbanging was the thing. And I felt that was the greatest dance ever, just to be able to move your head back and forth, I remember one night doing it so long that my neck was sore for several days afterwards. But I was seriously, you could headbang for hours when I was young. And then that's about it, Now I just dance for fun, and people tell me I twitch every part of my body when I dance. And I've been told don't smile when you dance, keep it serious. But I'm always smiling. I can't wipe the smile off my face. They're no, take it seriously, enjoy it. But I guess there's an element of a slight embarrassment or comedy or clownesque when I dance. So for me it's not always meant to be serious, And I'll explain. The context of when I was told like to not smile was when I was dancing like flamenco with a girl in Spain. She was French, I'm Spanish, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I can dance flamenco, but I can't. And that's the other thing. Because I'm Spanish and my name is Juan, people assume that I must be able to dance salsa or tango or something of the sort, but it's not true. It's just not the case. Salsa is South American, and flamenco's gypsy. And you don't necessarily grow up learning either of those dances. So my dance is, my best dance was when I was a kid. And Michael Jackson album came out, Thriller, and I would wear socks in the living room, and I would, kind of imitate his movements and his moonwalking, and I would call it the slip dance, and I would just like slip around all over the living room. So dancing is great. Dancing makes you feel better, and dancers are beautiful. I wish I could date a dancer. That's it.
Thanks so much.
My pleasure.
So what's up with the Waldorf school?
Well, at Waldorf School, there's this dance class called Eurythmy that's mandatory for all the students. And it's basically like a dance that's communication, and also different movements can signify like a verse in a poem or like a stanza or various different things. That you can do the alphabet in Eurythmy, and yeah, it's very, very strange and interesting. And as a student in high school, I kind of had a love-hate relationship with Eurythmy because it wasn't academic, which was a nice break, but it was also kind of taught in sort of an ingrained way where it was very, I don't know what I'm trying to say. It was very
It doesn't love flexibility.
Yeah, exactly.
It has a bit of a rigid structure.
Yeah.
And what is the purpose of it?
Well, I don't quite know the philosophy behind Eurythmy, but yeah, it's more like expression through dance. Yeah.
Okay, it's like a coloring book, like some structure to how to dance and express yourself.
Yeah, and we'd have like a Eurythmy performance at the end of the year where all our parents would get together and watch us do Eurythmy, and sometimes we'd make a fool out of ourselves, and sometimes it'd be nice,
And do you still have a relationship with dance? Like, do you dance like at the clubs?
Yeah, I dance when the mood strikes me, I suppose. Yeah.
Do you ever see any Eurythmy come out of your dancing?
Eurythmy is very like flowing, and it's very streamlined movement, and it's kind of slow. I don't know if that fits every single type of music, in an evening, perhaps, but I don't know. I suppose Eurythmy informs the way I dance, perhaps. I don't know.
Fair enough. Can I ask what your relationship is with dance?
My relationship with dance is very casual. I like to dance, in my own living room or, in a small group of friends. When I was a kid or, when I was an adolescent coming of age, everyone told me that I didn't dance very well. And, when I went to like the high school dances, my friends were like, oh, you don't dance very well. But now that I'm an adult and I can just, do it in my own living room, I feel like I like dance a lot more now that it's, non-structured in any way for me.
I've heard that every child dances until somebody shames them. But
yeah, I totally agree with that. Even before elementary school dances or high school dances, as a kid I would turn on the music and that was my exercise. I would just dance around the room.
She dances really nicely.
I believe it. You look like a movie.
Maybe every adult should be like a kid and, every once in a while turn on the music and just dance around the room.
Dance like nobody's looking.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, guys.
Cheers.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
What's next for you?
say something small.
Yeah.
Which is I've been dancing for the last like 3 years, like swing, salsa, and everything. And without dance, there's no life. Simple. That's how important dance is to me.
What made you start?
Oh, I've always wanted to dance, but just social dancing, and I mean it's great for cardio. It's great fun. It's good good vibes. It's just good way to spend the night. Just a good way to spend the night, yeah.
But did you just was it a New Year's resolution? You were like, this is something I'm going to do now. I'm going to start dancing.
I just friends invited me to this party, and from there they introduced me to the style of dancing, and then I just started dancing. Took some courses, and since then I've been learning. I'm not good at dancing, but I still like to dance.
And what about the social aspect of that kind of stuff? You must meet different people.
Well, different styles of dancing have different social social etiquette, I suppose. Okay. And so, like, salsa is I find that's intimate, but swing is very social. It's a more social dance. So but it's a great way just to spend time with friends and just enjoy good music and have fun.
Nice. That's great. Can I ask you what your relationship is with dance?
Well, I did some fire dancing.
Fire dancing?
Yeah.
Like with how? Explain that to me.
Well, I'm from Tahiti.
Yeah.
And there's some Polynesian dancing there. Well, usually it's guys who do that, but just like throw away fire sticks and you dance. Well, and you follow the music doing that.
That's so cool. Was it something that everybody did, or?
Well, it's part of the culture.
Okay.
It's too dangerous for everyone to do. But you just have to practice.
Fair enough.
But I love to dance otherwise.
like at the club, or?
I mean, any kind.
Anytime in the kitchen?
What?
In the kitchen?
Whenever there's music.
Are you gonna dance tonight?
I'm pretty shy.
I'm putting the pressure on you. I know. I'll reel it in.
You're okay.
Well, thanks so much for talking to me. Enjoy the rest of the night. So what I want to know is, what is your relationship with dance?
Well, I don't have a real relationship with dance because I'm not a dancer. See, I like to see people dance. I like to hear dancing music.
Yeah?
Listen to dancing music, but I don't dance.
Okay.
Too old for that.
What kind of dance do you see? Like, do you like to go see dance shows, or do you?
Well, I used to see dance contemporaine.
Yeah.
And I enjoy that. And as long as people are moving together, I mean, it's fun. But sure, the main part of it is listening to the music, not dancing on the music, you know?
You mean for yourself?
I'm a listener, not a user. Je ne participe pas à la danse, j'écoute et je regarde.
Parfait. What's your favorite show you've ever seen?
Wow, that's a good question. I don't know. There's so many of them. Je vais voir des shows 4 ou 5 fois par semaine.
Wow.
So which is the best one? I don't know.
Or a couple standouts. What comes to mind?
J'aime beaucoup les spectacles qui se tiennent au divan orange.
Yeah?
Good music, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't know, I don't have a real preference. Whatever it is, it might be good.
Yeah?
As long as you get your feeling to it.
As long as you connect to it, kind of? Yeah, okay.
So whatever you're looking at or watching, if you're really watching with your mind, it should be nice.
Wow, nice.
I used to be un client assidu. No. A regular one watching
like you
Montreal.
had
You know Montreal dance, Montreal dance?
Yes.
I used to be a regular almost every year since the beginning until a couple of years ago I quit.
Okay.
But Montreal dance was very, very nice to see.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, that's it for me.
Okay. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
What is your relationship with dance?
It's sort of like my little secret. It's like when I was little, I kind of wanted to be a dancer, but one little incident with my little sister laughing at me. I was like, okay, I never want to do this again. But I sort of have it like a little secret. Kind of like, I kind of dance to myself, but when I feel it, then I just go all out.
Does that happen when you're alone, or does that happen when you're just in the right zone?
I guess maybe in the right zone. Sometimes at parties, maybe I just kind of feel it, but then other times, maybe when no one's around, I just have a little dance.
Do you need music to dance?
Definitely.
What kind?
Anything with a good beat, even something cheesy, I can definitely dance to.
What is this playing right now?
I feel like it's R. Kelly.
Is that up your alley? You got a beat going on?
Maybe. Like maybe late 90s or like anything current or like cheesy dance music. Like Euro beats or something.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Can I ask you what your relationship is with dance?
I don't think I have a relationship with dance.
Do you like watching dance?
I'm not sure.
Not sure.
I'm not sure. Because the only times I've seen dance shows is because my friends are involved. So I was like, yes, I will come see your show. But remove that incentive, and I'm not sure if I will watch a dance show or not. Because I don't get it. I'm honest, I don't get it.
Are you talking about, you're talking about contemporary dance at this point?
Dance in general, I don't know what to understand, what to feel.
Okay, fair enough.
So unless there's, the hidden incentive that my friend was like, hey, come check out my show. And I'm like, I'll think about it. That's my relationship with dance.
And what about fat beats? Like, do you never get the instinct to move a little bit?
Well, yeah, I mean, like if I'm cleaning my place, music is on, then yeah, you get into the groove of things.
Great.
But yeah, that's my relationship with dance.
Why is this such a secret thing? Why is this such like a little shameful kind of safe place secret?
Well, I mean, I guess there's guilty pleasures in everything. Right? Like maybe you don't sing, but in the shower you're like, you have like the voice of a soprano or something, or in an alto or whatever. So maybe dance comes under that same umbrella of like, when no one is watching, you're free to be yourself. That's why I'd say hidden, shameful, guilty pleasure.
Yeah. Is there something in the pretentiousness of singing or dancing that makes it so that you can't just do it
Not
for fun?
pretentiousness per se. I would think it's more like being afraid of others' judgment, perhaps.
Yeah.
Like let's say if there was a karaoke version of dancing, that'd be something.
Yeah.
Because at that point you'd be like, all right, I'm just going to make a fool of myself. Might as well do it. I don't know whether nightclubs qualify for that, but just because in a karaoke you're in the center of attention. If there was a dance thing where you're the center of attention, we'll see how people react to that.
There's something else too in karaoke where everybody else knows the song, and
Yes.
that's part of the fun.
That's part of the fun.
That's true.
That's true.
So what do we've got? We've got the Macarena.
Yes.
We've got the Hokey Pokey.
I don't know.
You put your right leg in. Quick, take your right leg out. And you shake it all about.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the Hokey Pokey.
That's the words to it.
Ricky dance, the square dancing. No?
Okay, nice. Okay, so we've got something going. We've got a little bit of a repertoire.
I think with certain events, like you can get away with like if you don't really know how to dance, maybe you can do it. But in other cases, like when you see someone a lot better, and then you're sort of like, I do like to dance, but it's sort of like this intimidation behind it. It's sort of like it takes a little while till you kind of feel you're at that same level. It's sort of, I don't know, it's just like right now there's like some amazing dancers, and it's sort of like, okay, I only know this and like certain moves, but
I know how to get jiggy with it.
yeah, we know how to get jiggy. Well, there's some people that take it too hard, and then there's some people that just I rather dance in my kitchen.
Well, it's such a funny thing because I've often, when I feel nervous about dancing in a group of people, it makes it bad. I look like a fool. But if I just don't care anymore, you look like a rock star.
Right. Yeah, definitely when you reach that feeling where you just kind of just don't care anymore and you just let it all loose, I think that's the best time to dance.
I've been dancing since I was 7. I am a Zumba instructor. I'm a hip-hop dance teacher, and I am very into the dance. Well, not the dance but I'm very into like self-expression through body movement. So dancing is a really big part of who I am.
Zumba's not that old, is it?
It's not.
Yeah.
It's very recent, especially in Canada. It's only been here for, I believe, like 4 or 5 years, and it's getting there.
And it strikes me as a little different than hip hop.
Yeah, well, Zumba is more like, how can I explain this? It's more salsa merengue, so like South American type dances. But I usually incorporate some more hip hop genres in there because I live in the States a bit and I kind of got that culture in me. So I'm more of a hip hop dancer than anything.
Cool. And is hip hop something that you've done like on stage as well?
I have actually quite a few occasions. Usually it's charity events, but you can ask this guy. Whenever I was at, are you recording? He's recording. Whenever we used to go to the same college, whenever I had the chance, I was always dancing. I would create events, like just something that can get people together, and so I can find out who in the community was actually a hip hop dancer and was like as interested in the field as I was. So yeah, it's good.
So what do you think of like the rubber band and stuff?
Rubber band?
Do you know about them?
I do not.
Okay. I guess are you a hip hop purist? Are you interested in the?
I'm not necessarily a purist.
Yeah.
No.
Because there's like a lot of companies these days that are kind of blending different styles, especially hip hop and contemporary is my favorite these days. Putting it on stage. Are you familiar with these kind of companies and shows?
Well, I know a company called 8 Counts. I used to work, well not work there, I used to dance there and learn a little bit from them. And they often incorporate hip hop and contemporary, but they have a very set style. They're not really open to trying new genres or like trying to deviate from what they chose. But I have had some experience with like other genres and other medias of like hip hop and contemporary mixing.
Oh, you mentioned that you bring something else to Zumba. I've understood that Zumba is a very kind of strict course.
It's supposed to be, but they also understand that every Zumba instructor also brings their personality to the Zumba dance. You're not supposed to have as many hip-hop classes. Woo! Yes. We're not supposed to have as much hip-hop incorporated as I do, but I find that some of my students, when I put hip-hop into it, are more into it, and I'm also more into it, so it gives them a better workout, gives them a better experience, and I think that's where I go. If you want like other classes, you can go find another teacher, but like I like practice more towards hip-hop.
Okay, now that you like do dance as a job in teaching and in performing, is it still fun? You still go out to party and enjoy it?
Every time I used to be a promoter for a club, and the only reason why I became a promoter is because like I just love to dance. But when I dance, I just zone out. I go in my zone, and I make everyone get out of my way, and I do my thing. And I realized that I was having so much fun, and I know other people that have the same amount of fun as I do, so I bring them with me, and then we just have a great time. It's always a good time.
Nice. Thanks so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Je danse pas beaucoup, mais j'aime beaucoup ça quand j'ose le faire, parce que c'est surtout une question de oser le faire, je pense. Mais quand t'oses danser, bah, tu découvres pas mal de choses sur toi-même, je pense. Au niveau de l'expression personnelle, pas mal de trucs qui sortent de ça et c'est libérateur.
As-tu dansé aujourd'hui?
Pas encore.
Non.
Justement, ce soir, j'ose pas vraiment, mais peut-être que ça viendra. Voilà.
Est-ce que tu aimes voir de la danse?
Est-ce que
tu aimes voir de la danse?
Voir de la danse sur scène,
Oui.
je le fais pas souvent, mais quand j'en vois, ça me plaît. Voilà. Ouais, c'est cool.
As-tu pris des cours quand t'étais...
J'ai eu des ateliers d'initiation. J'ai eu un atelier d'initiation à la danse africaine. Ouais. J'ai trouvé ça vachement sympa. Ça m'a donné envie d'essayer. Et mais je vais prendre des cours de danse. J'avais oublié. Je vais prendre des cours de danse indienne. Voilà.
Quelle musique aimes-tu danser?
Sur quelle musique j'aime danser? Un peu de tout en fait. Je pense que ça dépend surtout de l'humeur. Mais ouais, pas mal de tout. J'aime bien danser sur du rock, j'aime bien danser sur R&B, j'aime bien danser... même sur de la musique classique, c'est possible. On peut danser sur n'importe quoi et prendre du plaisir, je pense.
A theme has been like shyness and what holds people back, and like why you've been thinking about tango for 10 years and not doing it.
Well, business person, always busy, and goals are always taking over everything I should be doing, kind of thing. And about 15 years ago, I spent some time in Spain, Madrid. I really loved it. It was flamenco back then, though, I have to be honest, not tango. But somehow I was attracted to people who like tango, and I would like to be part of that. I think I could fit into it. Just didn't take the leap. But the thing is, I've done some of those leaps once in a while. I've taken pilot courses, almost got my pilot license, and as one of my goals. And I think the next one, when I have just a little bit more clarity in my brain, which maybe in a couple of months will be tango. And I'm a very passionate person. I love to dance, but I'm also very shy. So just gotta get that kick in the pants. Once in a while, and I think I have it right now to have that kick in the pants to start.
Can you describe to me more why you're not interested in flamenco anymore, but more interested in tango? Like what is different about it that attracts you?
It's a little bit of age, and a little bit of romance. I'm a very romantic kind of person in my brain, and I think that flamenco is very like a very sexual dance, which I love sex and love sexualness, but I find that this is a little bit, from age point of view, that would have been good for me about 15 years ago, and now I think tango is the right thing for me at this point. And if I ever find a woman to marry, I want to do a tango.
At your wedding?
Yeah.
Other than taking an organized class, or planning on taking an organized class, do you still dance in your life? Do you have
Yeah, all the time, but I'm coming from alternative clubs, so it's more alternative dance. Like I don't relate to what's dancing here. Like for myself, like I can't just jump up on the dance floor and dance it. Alternative dance is a bit awkward, it's a bit different, but I love it very much, and I've spent like 20 years doing that kind of thing. Just a little bit kind of dance.
What do you mean by alternative dance?
It's I can only explain by saying like watch The Cure, watch old school alternative music, like a little bit underground, a little bit dark or gothic is a better word, gothic music. And I come from that crowd where we're doing the spider on the floor, you know, like kind of a different kind of alternative dance. And I love it very much, but you can't bring that in public. You can't bring that just anywhere at any place, and I can't do that on my wedding. So
so when do you?
In alternative clubs.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a different place, different mood.
Do you ever go see dance?
Sorry?
Do you ever go see dance?
I don't know what that is.
Like go watch dance.
Yeah,
like
yes.
In a theater or at a
I'm
festival.
hearing something completely different. Yes, I love to watch dance, but it doesn't happen very often.
Okay. And when you do go, what makes you go?
Wanting to do something special. something out of the ordinary, because it's in Montreal, it's not ordinary. You go to New York, it's kind of ordinary, but here in Montreal, it's if you're taking somebody else to go see some, whatever it is, ballet or whatever it might be, it's out of the ordinary, and I like that. I like to be a little bit off the main line.
That's funny because we're in mainline.
It's ironic. Good one, very good. Yeah.
Great, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Great. Pleasure to meet you, Alison.
You too. I've spent my evening talking to people at this event about dance, and now I'm going to talk to somebody who was dancing at this event.
Hello.
Hello. So what were you doing tonight?
Essentially improving around the space, walking around, being inspired by the space, the people, the ambiance, the music, and just seeing what comes out of that, seeing what the body feels and going with it.
Okay, cool. And what do you think of the soundtrack you've had this evening?
It's actually been very upbeat, so it was a little unexpected. I didn't know what to expect actually, but generally when I improv, my habit is to go a little more like slower, internal, and sort of zone out a little bit, but it was totally the opposite here. So I really liked it. It was a challenge for me, and it fit the atmosphere, and each room was inspired different movements. So
there's a ton of people here.
There's a lot of people here. I'm impressed.
How do you deal with that?
It keeps it entertaining. It keeps it exciting. I mean, you find your space. You find that's the challenge of it. That's where the inspiration of the space comes in. And if you only have a little bit of space, then you work with that, and that's what drives your movement.
Very cool. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Dirty Feet is recorded every week at the Montreal Improv Theatre. Check them out at montrealimprov.com.
Dirty Feet est produit et animé par,
produced and hosted by Alison Burns,
JD Papillon,
et Stéphanie Morin-Robert.
You can find out more about our show at nomoreradio.com, follow us on Twitter at Dirty Feet, and find us on Facebook at Dirty Feet Podcast.
Vous pouvez écouter tous nos épisodes sur notre site web ou vous pouvez vous abonner également sur iTunes à notre podcast.
Listen to past episodes on website or subscribe to the podcast on iTunes.
While you're there, be sure to give us a rating and or leave a comment to help us spread the word.
Tune in next week for a whole new show.